The Lazy Horse and the River Trick. Once upon a time, in a village far from the city, there lived a farmer and his very lazy horse. This horse loved resting and avoiding work in the stable. Whenever the farmer asked the horse to carry a load of salt to the city, the horse didn't want to do it. But after some time, he had no choice but to carry the load. One day, while on his way to the city with a heavy load of salt on his back, the horse came to a wooden bridge over a river. He stopped to look at the river and lost his balance, tumbling into the water along with the salt. After splashing around and getting all wet, he finally managed to climb out of the river. To his surprise, the salt load felt much lighter. The horse thought that the river must have some magical power to make the load easier to carry. So he happily continued toward the city. However, when he arrived and the farmer weighed the salt, he realized it was much less than what he started with, and he got less money for it. The next day, the lazy horse decided to take another load of salt to the city. He thought it would be clever to visit the river again and use its magical power to make the load lighter. So he went to the bridge and jumped into the river. After struggling for a while and coming out of the water, he found that the load was even lighter than the day before. With a light and easy load, he headed to the city. But when the farmer weighed the salt, he saw that it was even less than the previous day. The farmer decided to find out why the load kept getting lighter and followed the horse secretly. He hid behind a rock and couldn't believe his eyes when he saw the horse jumping into the river to make the salt lighter. The farmer was upset and frustrated with the horse's behavior, so he decided to teach him a lesson. The next day, instead of salt, the farmer loaded the horse with cotton. As usual, the horse jumped into the river to make the load lighter. But this time, the cotton soaked up water and became incredibly heavy. The horse struggled to get out of the river, and when he finally did, the farmer said, "I did this so you would learn not to avoid your work, but to do it correctly and completely."